Hello, guys, and welcome back to the FPL Duo. Welcome to the deadline stream. Morning, everyone. Hope everyone's doing well. How you doing, Jordan?
Yeah, good morning. I'm doing well, thanks. Looking forward to this deadline stream. Fast turnaround, obviously, from Game Week 31, just ending literally, was it yesterday?
Thursday.
Thursday. So yeah, big turnaround for this, and yeah, lots to talk about, I think, for this game week.
We've got Spurs 64 in the chat. Hey, guys, how are you? Yeah, we're doing well for Spurs. Hope you're well as well. If you guys are just joining in, make sure you do hit that like button, guys. Make sure you are subscribed to the channel as well. And yeah, quite a bit to discuss. We've got Caceres in the chat as well. Says hi, guys. Shout out to Caceres. Yeah, so as you guys can see, that is what my team looks like currently for game week 32. Obviously, game week 31 was a really good week for me. I'm inside the top 100k now. Had a big, like a rank gain, so into the top 82k. I'm hoping I can have another good week. Obviously, compared to last week, I'll take something similar if I can, but I'll take a green arrow in any case. Let's take a few questions because a few coming in. Any news about Saka and Watkins? As far as I'm aware, I expect Saka to play, but I don't think Saka will play 90 minutes for those that are worried, because Saka does play Bayern Munich on Tuesday, on the 9th, I believe. So I don't think Saka will play 90. I just think he'll start. I do think he'll start, but no any concrete news. Have you seen any concrete news on Saka, Jordan?
No, I've not seen any concrete news on that and whether Saka starts or not in this game, but yeah, he probably won't play 90 minutes. I think that's more or less, I'll say, likely, because if Arsenal, let's say Arsenal win 3-0, I think even if Saka starts, he will probably come off early. He has done previously in games where Arsenal have smashed teams 5 or 3-0. And
it's a tough game.
Yeah,
it's a tough game for Arsenal, because I've saw a stat. I don't know how. I believe it's true. Brighton have only lost one home game all season. So this isn't an easy game for Arsenal, and they can't afford to be resting Saka again. They got it, against Luton. I think they benched him, or he wasn't in the squad. But I think if they don't play Saka, then they're in the title race. They need to win this game, and I don't think it's going to be an easy game for Arsenal personally. So yeah, I think he will start, just not the 90. In regards to Watkins, I've not seen anything in regards to Watkins. When do Aston Villa play? Is it today or?
Let's have a look.
Look at the fixtures. If I had Watkins, I would keep him. I would keep him.
They don't play today.
Yeah. I expect Watkins to play. So I would be keeping Watkins and starting him. And then if you've got a bench, you've got a bench cover. But I wouldn't be selling Watkins, especially at the most managers have sold him already. If you've got him, then I think you keep him. But you wouldn't be buying him at this point. My midfield is Palmer, Son, Salah, Bowen, and Saka. Wondering, do I use my 1 free transfer to bring Foden in for Bowen? What do you think of this one, Jordan?
Bowen has Wolves. And Foden, he has Crystal Palace away.
We should get some early leaks.
Yeah, we should do for that morning fixture, because Man City play early. But it's a hard one, because I don't want to hang on to Bowen for that fixture against Wolves. Because I think West Ham score in that one. Even though it's away. At the same time, though, Foden, I don't know if Haaland and De Bruyne come back in the team, Foden's not as much as a threat on goal, I feel like, because he don't play central position normally, and those two are playing. So I don't know. I think I'd keep Bowen in and go without Foden this week.
Okay. Jenny says, would you start McAllister or Rice? I don't like either as an FPL option personally, because they're not really the goal scorers of the team, especially with Arsenal. I'd rather have an Odegaard or a Saka or even a Havertz in the midfield. For Liverpool, rather, Luis Diaz, there's Salah, there's Nunez, there's Van Dijk as options. I mean, if you've got them, then yeah, you can start. I'd rather start McAllister. I think personally over Rice, because I just think McAllister has a bit more of a goal for it. Recently, obviously, McAllister's been scoring a couple of goals, so yeah, I would probably start McAllister, but they're not really my favorite options in their teams because they're not really the goal getters of those teams. Do you think Alvarez will start for City? I don't think so. I mean, he could do. Champions League coming up.
Yeah, I don't think he will start. Mostly, I think he started because Haaland wasn't playing in the last game. So if Haaland comes back into the team, maybe he doesn't start Alvarez for City this game.
Yeah.
Maybe benches him.
Plus KDB's there as well. So KDB's going to play. They've got Foden. But because the Champions League is possible. But if you've got Alvarez, then you could risk starting him. But I definitely wouldn't be bringing him in. Have to start either Saka or Watkins. Also, my defense is Zabani, Powell, and Gabriel. Do you think Doughty should replace any of them? We have Aston Villa have Aston Villa got Brentford at home. Zabani's got Luton. I'll just probably start Pau Torres.
Yeah,
to start Pau Torres.
Otherwise, you'll have Zabani against Doughty if you play them both together, so they clash a bit in defence.
Captaining Palmer this week too, going to be interesting. Yeah, let's have a look into our teams and obviously what we're doing. So I'll just quickly read through my lineup. Petrovic, I've got back three of Gusto, 8 Nuri, and Gabriel. I've got midfield 4 of Palmer, Saka, Son, Salah. And then front three, I've got Haaland, Isak, and Darwin. On the bench, I've got Kelleher, Udogi, Garnacho, and Van Heck. Currently, I'm on Captain Salah with Palmer on the vice. Those are the two players I'm looking at now. I've narrowed it down. I'm either going to go Salah or Palmer. It's a very, very close one for me. I'm tempted to go Palmer against Sheffield in terms of the fixture. Sheffield are bottom of the league. And obviously Chelsea, Palmer, has been getting a lot of goals lately. He has been getting a few double-digit hauls as well. And I look at his what he's done recently. 20-pointer against Man United, 15-pointer against Burnley, 13-pointer against Newcastle. That's 3 double-digit hauls in a row. So he's on form. Mostly a couple of penalties in there. I mean, he does have 6 goals in his last 3 games, Palmer. So he seems to be consistently getting goals. But it's just the only thing that puts me off Palmer is what if Chelsea don't get a penalty? I know he has scored from open play, but that's the only thing that puts me off Palmer, sort of thing, where if he doesn't get a penalty, I just don't think he's as good of an option or from open play. But obviously penalties is a thing. I just don't know how many penalties Chelsea are going to keep getting.
He is good at getting assists if he doesn't score from open play, though. Either Conor Gallagher or Nicholas Jackson or one of the other goal scorers for Chelsea. They may not score as much in that squad compared to Palmer, but he can provide opportunities for other players in the team. Hopefully, they can finish it off for him. And obviously, give Palmer those assists because he has a few from them in recent game weeks.
Yeah, I do like him as an option. Obviously, he's got my vice captain. I do think it's very close between Salah and Palmer. I can't actually decide between the two, but we'll come on to that. Jordan, if you want to read out your bus team quickly.
Yeah, so in goal got Leno. Back three of Doughty, Brantford, and Gabriel. Midfield 5 of Foden, Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Son. And up front, Haaland and Muniz. And just on the bench, Semenyo has bench cover because the rest of the bench is out injured for this game week. And maybe some of you are surprised I'm not captaining any of the popular picks this week. So no Salah captain, no Palmer captain, no Son captain. And I've gone with Muniz, who's got Newcastle at home as a captain pick for this week. So a bit different. And I feel like it's exciting as well to captain someone that no one else is really going to go for either. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that game. Should be a good watch. And yeah, Newcastle's away form isn't that great either, so that's kind of why I've gone with Nunez as that pick. As I feel like for Fulham, he's like the main player to get the goals for them if there is to be any in that game, and I think there is going to be lots for them to put behind the net.
Okay. And obviously your transfer plans, you're looking to bring in you're still on Gusto bringing him in. Obviously that's your planned transfer. What are you thinking of transfers now?
Yeah, I had another thought about whether I should bring him in or not, or roll the transfer. I still think I will bring him in because I just want that extra man just in case he gets anything from that Sheffield United game. I think it's like a 1 week punt, as he has arguably the best fixture this game week because Sheffield United aren't the greatest in a fighting in the relegation battle. I do see probably Sheffield United scoring, even though I'm bringing Gusto in, but he does provide attacking threats sometimes in his matches, and he hasn't played too bad, I don't think, with Chelsea. I'll probably say he's the second best player I've seen play in terms of form for them.
Yeah, I mean, you could actually roll. I don't think there's
Yeah.
anything outstanding really in your team. It's just if Doughty doesn't play, but Doughty, I'm pretty sure will start. So I think you could actually get away just rolling.
I think it's also because the bench options there aren't many. I've only got one as well, so I kind of want to get rid of these flags because I feel like I'm losing value on these players the longer I keep them as well.
Yeah, could potentially lose value if they are dropping, but
Yeah.
I expect Gabriel, Brantford, and Doughty all to start. So I don't think you'll need your bench unless, obviously, if Saka doesn't start for whatever reason, then you've got Semenyo coming on who's got a decent fixture. I do think your back three will all play.
Yeah, and hopefully there's more clean sheets for the back three this week.
Okay, going back to my team, let us know if you guys had any other questions, guys, for this game week, and let us know your transfer plans as well. For those that don't know, obviously, I am going to roll my transfer myself. I just wildcarded last week, so it makes sense to roll, I think, straight after a wildcard, and it gives me 2 free transfers going into game week 33, where I will be using both of them because I will be free hitting in I'll be free hitting in game week 34, so I would need to use both. But yeah, like looking at my team, I'm quite happy with it. I mean, I could be tempted to just do something risky, go Saka to Odegaard, because when I look at it, I'm going to be free hitting in 34 anyway. If I want to free hit Saka back in, I could. I just want to take a punt on this week, bring in a Saka, bring in an Odegaard, or even bring in a Foden. I could do it, but I don't think I'll be selling Saka. But the free hit does allow me to have that flexibility.
Yeah, who do you think is the one to score the most points in your team this week?
Honestly, it's hard to call because I think Salah, Son, Palmer, even Haaland, they all could do really well. Isak, I'm actually quite like split on captaincy. I could still go Palmer. I just think Palmer's got the best fixture on paper, playing 20th placed Sheffield. Mohamed Salah does have a good record against Man United, but after that early sub, I mean Salah, I mean we know what he's capable of, but his goal involvement. I mean against Brighton, it was very high, 1.57. He could have had a hat trick against Brighton, if we're being honest. Against Sheffield, not as much, 0.32 expected goal involvement. Against Man City, it was 0.25. Comparing that to Palmer, obviously Palmer is on pens, so that's why it does skew it. So his goal in goal involvement, so 2.21 against Burnley, 2.28 against Man United, but that was 2 penalties as well. So I think it's better to look at the non-penalty expected goal involvement. But against Newcastle, it was 0.14 when he got a goal and an assist, which is very low. That's what when I say when open play, it depends on if I think Chelsea are going to get a penalty. I feel like because when I don't think Palmer can haul when he doesn't get a pen, personally. But it seemed like he does get a pen most weeks because Chelsea do seem to get a few pens. And then obviously once he scores a goal, he's always on 3 bonus points as well. So yeah, I don't know. And who would you go if you had to pick Palmer or Salah? out of those two if you were to go somewhere?
Probably pick Palmer because I don't know what to expect from that Man United game. Old Trafford, because it can be very different, I think, in terms of results. So I think I'll go safe and play Palmer, who has a better fixture, and get Sheffield United away and see if he can get anything from that game, whether it's a penalty or open play.
Mm-hmm.
From his recent form, it fills me with confidence.
Yeah. With Salah, I mean, it's Man United are very poor as well. Man United, make no mistake about it, they've conceded 4 goals to Chelsea. And Man United have got a depleted backline as well. Varane went off injured. Maguire, I think, it looks injured. He limped off. Evans came on the pitch and then got subbed off again. So Man United, we don't know what back four they're going to play. Luke Shaw ain't there. Lisandro's out. If Man United play like anything they have recently, then Liverpool should win that game quite comfortably. But again, it is a Man United fixture at Old Trafford, so we know Man United will raise it for that game. But I just think if Liverpool play their game and don't play the occasion, they should win quite comfortably. So I still like Salah as a pick, especially with Man United's injuries in the back line. I think Man United have conceded like more than 100 shots in their last 3 games as well, which is Man United have faced more shots than Sheffield, Luton, Bournemouth, all these teams at the bottom since the start of the year. So that does lead me towards siding towards Salah as well. I mean, as a Liverpool fan myself, I just think Liverpool are going to take a lot of shots. They're going to get chances. It's whether they can be clinical. And I think Liverpool will get opportunities in that game. It's just, I don't know if they don't play the occasion and let the occasion get to them. Obviously, we've seen a couple of games with Liverpool, Man United already this season. The first one was a draw, but the second one was a goal fest. Man United winning it late on. But yeah, it's going to be a good game to watch. I think for the neutral anyway.
Yeah, absolutely. Whether it's a good or bad game, I think it would be obviously for the rivalry and history of both teams. It should be exciting regardless.
Dan the man, morning guys. Which 3 would you play? Gusto, Porro, Cher, Gabriel, Ait-Nouri. I would be playing Ait-Nouri. Definitely will start Ait-Nouri. I'd probably start Gusto as well because he's got Sheffield, and I'll probably start Gabriel as well because Arsenal, we know the defense, most clean sheets this season so far. So I'd probably start Arsenal, and I'd bench Fabian Schär, definitely bench him. And Porro, I'd bench Porro as well. I think just because I've benched Udogie myself. So yeah, I think I'd bench the Newcastle defender, the no-brainer, benching Schär, and then Porro. It's tough, but yeah, I think you got to bench Porro this week.
Yeah, that's the exact same 3 I would play and bench as well.
I mean, start Muniz or Saka.
I'll start Muniz.
Okay, I will start Saka personally. Again, we expect Saka to start. So if he does start, I still think Saka's a good pick. We know he's on penalties. Saka hasn't actually done. I don't think Saka scored in a while though. Have a look. Saka hasn't scored since game week 26. So no goals in his last 4. However, he didn't play obviously against Luton, so no goals in 3, which it's not terrible. I mean, he did score 2 in game week 25 against Burnley, and then he scored 2 against West Ham as well. But yeah, Saka, I will still be playing him and starting him if I had him over anyone, especially Muniz for me personally. But I'll try start both if you can.
Yeah.
Start Solanke or Tony. Solanke, I think. What about you?
Yeah, I'll probably go with Solanke. I still think Brentford are a funny team. Tony as well hasn't really got going since I think double game at 25 was the last time he scored. So that was against Liverpool. And yeah, he's on a bit of a dry spell at the moment. So Solanke, on the other hand, is still putting the goals behind the net in fixtures here and there. So I'll probably start him over him.
Yeah, Tony's got Villa away as well. So it's a tougher fixture where Solanke has Luton away. So I definitely think Solanke is a better pick this week. Should I sell Areola to buy Raya or just start Dubravka? I wouldn't be buying Raya. if you've already got Gabriel. I wouldn't want to double up on Arsenal's defense because I don't think Arsenal's fixtures are great defensively. You look at Arsenal's fixtures. Brighton this week, I don't expect a clean sheet. Personally, I think Brighton will score. Villa, I don't think Arsenal will keep a clean sheet against Villa. Wolves, they probably keep a clean sheet there. Chelsea, Spurs, Man United. I don't see too many clean sheets for Arsenal in the last 8 games. So I want to be doubling up on the defense. I'd rather double up on the attack, personally.
Yeah, I would just probably give a chance and play to Bravco instead. And probably not a clean sheet there either, but it saves you making a transfer for a player that might not keep one as well in your team.
Yeah, I think the way to go if you want to triple up on Arsenal is a double attack, like a Havertz and Odegaard combined with Saka, rather than 2 defenders right now. I think 2 defenders has worked well if you had 2 Arsenal defenders, but I think now with the last 8 games, Arsenal do have some tricky games in there. How's the community differential team doing? We've actually forgot about that. We haven't done that team for weeks, I feel like.
Yeah,
I'll let you bring it up.
Yeah, I actually spoke about it in the deadline stream last week about we might have to. I don't know if it's worth still doing the community draft up until this moment because it's been weeks without actually checking it. So I don't know what you think us on that. Unless we properly start next season, it'll be more refreshed, more engaging to you.
How many points did we last get? Can we see what we got, or is it loads of flags and things like that? Is it proper inactive or?
I'm not sure. I will check it to see what condition it's in, and we can see what it's like. I made my transfers first because I always have problems signing back into it, and in case I can't sign him back into my team,
yeah, go ahead. You might as well lock your transfers in.
Yeah. So let's go to this tab. So I got 1 free transfer with 0.1 million in the bank, and
guys, some news. Luckily, I'll let you know because it's going to affect you.
Okay.
Foden does not start for Man City.
Okay. Interesting.
So you made that transfer before that, then you could have been in the mud.
Yeah.
Because you would have had Semenyo coming on. I mean, Semenyo is not the worst shout in the world, but yeah, Foden does not start, guys. That's from Lazy FPL.
Okay.
That's changed. That's definitely made you think now.
Yeah. Might have to come back on that transfer plans. Yeah, I need to have a rethink now.
Guess I'll keep Bowen. Yep, there you go, Spurs. You got to keep Bowen. Palmer for Foden's bench. I mean, he's not, for me, that's not a surprise. I did say, even with Saka, because Man City and Arsenal, this is why the title race is going to get interesting, because Man City and Arsenal both play Champions League games against tough opposition, and you're Bayern and Real Madrid. They can't play every player every game. So I think Alvarez, going back to the other question, I think Alvarez could start now.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but I wouldn't rule Alvarez out starting, personally. I mean, that also makes Haaland a better option, maybe KDB even a better option if you still somehow got KDB. With no Foden, I think KDB might get more of the chances. Okay, so yep, game's done. We've just seen that. Foden does not start. For those that on Foden, if I had to sell Foden right now, let me have a look. Would I sell Foden if I had him? I don't know. Because next week he's got Luton at home. Well, now if he starts that game, that could be a really good game for him. But he's a quick turnaround as well. After Real Madrid, straight to playing Luton, he could miss that one possibly because we expect him to start against Real Madrid probably now. So then would he start straight after Luton? Could do. Then 34, I'm not going to have him in my team anyway because of the double. So I wouldn't even bring him in on my free hit for that double. So but if you've got him, Brighton away, the good single game week fixture, I think, decent. And then we know they are going to have a double in 37, possibly as well, Spurs and Fulham away. But yeah, it's interesting what Foden owners do. I mean,
yeah,
that's why I got rid of Foden. Obviously, he did punish me with the hat trick, last week. But this is what I don't like about owning Man City midfielders, because they are going to get benchings.
I mean, at least we've got the points from his hat trick, at least from the last game week.
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, he's punished us for not going with him, but this is, I'd rather not have that headache, because I knew in the Champions League games, I knew when they play Real Madrid, he's going to get a benching, whether that's Palace, whether that's Luton. It was always coming. It's just, obviously, we missed out on the points, but it puts you in a bit of a trickier spot now. Unless you could play him if he comes off the bench. If he does, or I don't know, or that's the thing.
But he probably only get that 1 point for coming on. Normally, his opponent doesn't score from coming off the bench.
Yeah, or you could do a transfer, another transfer, or play Semenyo. I mean, you've got a Semenyo there against Luton. If he starts, because I think Semenyo even didn't start one of the games. His last game, I don't think he started.
Let's have a look. Yeah, he only played 45 in that, but he did get an assist from that 45. But not.
But no start. So I don't know how nailed he is.
I still wouldn't want to risk it for playing him in the starting 11 if he doesn't play a full 90 minutes. I'd rather have a 90-minute player.
Yeah, that's exactly why. Like, I mean, that's why I wouldn't sell Saka, guys. I think Saka, he should start. But again, Saka's a worry. Like, you've got Saka as well. He could easily get benching as well, in my opinion. And you could have another 10 playing players this week. Obviously, I think you had 10 last week.
Yeah, I had 10 last week, but that was minus defender. But this week it could be minus a midfielder, and that may be big in terms of how well I do this week. That's not a headache I wanted, if I'm honest. Just when there's only
I'm tempted to take Saka out for Odegaard. I just don't know if I should do it.
I mean, I can't take another -4 again. Really don't want to do that. I could bring Gordon for Foden now that he's back from his suspension.
Is he back?
Yeah, he's back from getting his red card.
Yeah, I mean, he got Fulham away. Gordon.
I still think there's still goals in that game. I think from Newcastle, definitely Isak would score. Yeah, I think I'm leaning towards Gordon. I think taking out Foden for Gordon. Because I don't think I know anyone else I would go for apart from Bowen, but I'm not really keen on Bowen.
Or you could bring in a striker, or play Semenyo, or bring in a defender and play a defender and play 4-4-2 sort of thing. Which I don't know if you want to do that, but
yeah.
Dan the man, Odegaard, Havertz, Luis Diaz, or Gordon are options. Yeah, these are some options. If you want to double up on Arsenal's attack, Luis Diaz. If you want to double up on Liverpool's attack, Gordon, you mentioned, but he still has 8 yellows, which is true.
So if he gets another yellow, is he suspended?
I believe another 2 more.
2 more, so 10.
Yeah.
I'm not too worried about that as long as he behaves.
It's up to you if you want to go 4-4-2 or you still want to play the 3-5-2. I mean, Foden, he does have a nice fixture next week. It's just Luton is a nice fixture. It's at home as well. So
yeah, I'm still not confident with 4 at the back though, because there's not many clean sheets coming from the season. It's more for the attack in the midfield.
Patrick, my team: Dubravka, Gabriel, Zabani, Ait-Nouri, Foden, Saka, Palmer, Salah, Son, Haaland, Foden. Bench: Morris, Van Heck, Maguire. What to do with one free transfer? Well, Foden, we've just heard, is not going to start, so you'd want to deal with Foden. I mean, you've got a bench. You've got Morris there. You could play Morris, who's got Bournemouth, I think. It's not ideal play Morris, but you could do it. It depends on your chip strategy as well, there, Patrick. It all depends on your chip strategy. But in game week 34 is a double. You might want to bring in a doubler. 35 is a double for Tottenham and for Chelsea. Let us know what your chip strategy is, Patrick, and I'll be better to answer that. What to do? Who to start? Gordon or Muniz from watching from South Africa? Muniz has Newcastle at home. Gordon has obviously Fulham away. That's a tricky one. They do play against each other, so I don't know if I want to start both. But if I had to start one, Muniz is the guy on form, so maybe Muniz you'd want to start. Let me have a look. And next week, I'm trying to see who Newcastle have next week. Newcastle have Spurs next week. It's the early kickoff as well, 12:30 kickoff against Spurs. Is that home fixture? And then in 34, obviously it's a single game week for Newcastle as well against Palace away.
Yeah, I think I'm going to take Foden out for Gordon.
Okay. Patrick, I've used all my chips to roll or swap Foden for Luis Diaz, but Foden got Luton next game week and will start now that he's rested. That's a good point. Foden against Luton could be really good for those that still have him. There's potentially a Hall-worthy game sort of thing against Luton. So Luis Diaz is interesting as well. I think Luis Diaz is an interesting pick. Obviously, Gordon as well. You're looking at Gordon. I think he could be interesting too. So
yeah, because even if Newcastle don't do well, Gordon's still on penalties.
Yeah,
may have been off chance he could get a penalty in that game. But yeah, he's at all the injuries that Newcastle have as well. I only see really Isak or Gordon scoring and getting the points from that game. So I think let's go with that. I think.
Fair enough. I'll let you lock that in if that's what you're gonna do. What do you think of Haaland minutes for the rest of the season? I think Haaland's minutes are fine. I expect him to play most games. I don't see him getting benched often. I think that benching against the last game was more due to the fact they got Real Madrid coming up and they need to rest him for that game. But I expect him to start every game. If he's fit, he's I think we are like maybe downplaying how good Haaland is because he can easily score a hat-trick, today against Palace. And it would not shock me. Captain Salah or Odegaard says, Jenny, I prefer Salah personally. I think he's more of an explosive pick. We know Salah's on penalties as well. Odegaard isn't on pen, so I think Salah for me over Odegaard quite easily. But Odegaard could have a good week.
Yeah, even better if Saka doesn't play. I think Odegaard's more involved in the goals if he's not in their starting 11 with him.
Yeah, if Saka doesn't play, Odegaard becomes a better pick. But I still think Saka will play. I know a lot of people are worried about another benching, but
yeah, hopefully he plays.
Do they do because he was injured? He was carrying a knock in the last game. He wasn't rested because he had a knock. He wasn't 100%. And they got Bayern Munich on Tuesday, which is a massive game as well for Arsenal. So if he's not 100% Saka, will they risk him? I don't know. I think they have to because I think Brighton's a tough game. I really think Brighton will give Arsenal a tough game today, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a tricky one. But yeah, I think I made my choice. I'm going to take out Foden and bring in Gordon. Or 1 free transfer. How much does that leave me? So that leaves me with 2 million. That leaves me with a lot of money. I'm quite happy with that. But I'll probably want Foden back in next week, but that's another story. for another day. But yeah, that's a bit of transfers. Otherwise, I'll double check myself. So Foden out, Gordon in for 1 free transfer, and that is not confirmed. So it's done.
There you go, guys.
Swap over to the other tab, refresh the team, and yeah, Gordon's in there. Muniz is captain. The starting 11 is locked and ready for Gameweek 32.
There you go. Jordan just bought in Gordon for Fulham. Let us know, guys, of that. What are you doing? Let us know, Foden owners. Are you taking him out? Are you just going to bench him if you've got a decent bench? Let us know in the chat. Also, I need to sort out my bench order. Do I have you doggy first bench and go to a back four if Saka doesn't start? Or do I have Garnacho come on against Liverpool? I'm tempted to just have you doggy and play a back four. I just think Garnacho against Liverpool.
You never know. Garnacho
could do, but I just don't see Man United scoring more than one. I know they scored quite a few against Liverpool. I think Konate is a big difference as well. Konate should start. But I usually do play the attacker, to be fair. But don't know.
Yeah,
you doggy or Garnacho.
Yeah, because I do see doggy conceding and not getting a clean sheet and just get the 2 points. I don't really see anything else coming from him other than that. And maybe the same for Garnacho, but at least then he might have a chance to score and Liverpool still win the game. But if you see a goal from Man United, it could be from him.
I see a goal possibly. Yeah, Garnacho could score, or maybe Rashford could get a goal. Højlund possibly. I could see a goal for Man United. So yeah, maybe I should play. Who would you guys rather play, Garnacho or Udogie? Let us know in the chat. Because I could see. I mean, I don't really see a clean sheet for Spurs. Really, it's just more if you can get an attack in return. I mean, his expected goal involvement is 0.16 against West Ham, which is the highest it's been. I mean, he hasn't got an assist since game week 23. Udogie. Udogie's only got. He's got 2 goals, 3 assists for the season. It's not bad. I did just get a 2 goal. I just got 2 goals from Garnacho against Chelsea. Harry Miller, hey guys, some advice. Should I start Bradley instead of Eze? Eze has Man City. Bradley has United.
Tough one.
I wouldn't be surprised if Bradley gets benched as well, guys. Just putting it out there, because Joe Gomez could play right back. Now, obviously, Klopp could decide to go Joe Gomez and Robertson as a fullback, so I wouldn't be completely surprised if Bradley gets benched. That's one thing to consider as well. Don't rule that out. So a lot of people have Bradley in their teams, but I know he's been excellent. But I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp decides to play Gomez instead. Seaman, Bradley, Areola, Kiwior, Gabriel, Gordon, Son, Palmer, Salah, Solanke, Haaland, Muniz, Turner, Lascelles, Gurhi, Saka on the bench. I'd be starting Saka, Seaman, for sure. Use wildcard or use it next week and do Areola to Ortega. Definitely don't wildcard. If I was you, I'd be wildcarding in game week 35 now. If you've got a wildcard left, don't play it this week. Use it in 35. Use the next couple weeks, Seaman, to bring in players that double in game week 34 and then them wildcard them back out. So bring in your Liverpool triple up, bring in your your Man City, or not your Man City, your Arsenal and things like that. So I wouldn't be wildcarding yet. Wildcard 35. Mostly favour the attacker because defenders this season have been poor, says Dan the Man. Yeah,
absolutely agree with that. They have been poor, and the attackers have been all the points. Unless you go for an attacking threat defender, that's the only thing that's worthwhile for defenders at the moment, I feel like.
Yeah. You know what? I'll switch to bench order. Why not? Because we don't really get many clean sheets anyway. So I hope he doesn't come back to bite me with your doggy. But Garnacho will be coming on if Saka is not fit. It didn't go too bad for me this week. Obviously, Garnacho getting me the 12-pointer. Pau Torres out or roll? If Pau out, should I bring in Gusto or Brantwaite? Thanks, mate, and keep it up, says Thomas. Pau Torres out or roll? I mean, Pau Torres has a home fixture against Brentford. I think it's a decent game. I expect Brentford to actually score, so I don't think Pau Torres is great. I like Gusto personally, so yeah, Pau Torres to Gusto for free. It's not bad. I think it's a decent move.
Yeah, I like. If you do bring in one of the two, I probably prefer Brantford because he has a home fixture against Burnley, and I'm playing Brantford against Burnley. I think it's a nice one where you could get a clean sheet in because Everton are in a fight as well as Burnley are in terms of that relegation battle. So, yeah, I think maybe Everton could nick a clean sheet from them, possibly.
Ihan Hussein, Burn or Brantwaite as Lascelles' replacement on free hit 34, bench boost 37. Out of those two, I'd probably prefer Brantwaite, even though Brantwaite doesn't double in 34. I don't think he does. Anyway, let me have a look. Brantwaite has a Brantwaite does double. My bad. He does double. So you won't need him for that anyway because you've got a free hit in 34. So yeah, Brantwaite is fine. I mean, Brantwaite does have a trickier fixture. I mean, Brantford's got Chelsea in 33 away. This week's got a good fixture though, Brantwaite. And then in 37 though, we know Chelsea will double. So that's why Gusto could be decent. But out of those two, yeah, I don't like the Newcastle defense personally. So I'd go Brantwaite. Imagine Garnacho hauling off the bench 2 times in a row, says Dan the man. Yeah, that would be mad.
It could happen. Who knows, that Liverpool game, anything can happen in that. And we'll mostly be surprised what goes on in those 90 minutes.
Yeah, we'll see. Ooh. Wow.
Another shock for Man City lineup.
Nah. I got baited. I thought it's a fake account. Fake account basically saying Saka's not gonna play, but yeah, it's not a real account, guys. I even got me.
False alarm.
False alarm.
I was even a bit more headache if that turns out to be the case.
I'll let you take this question, Jordan, because obviously you've sort of done the same.
What's to do with Foden? Bench for Mateta or start or transfer out for Diaz? If you can afford to bench Foden, I don't think that's a bad idea because he had Luton at home next. So if it was me, I'd probably want to bench Foden and keep him for the next fixture, which is really good for him, and play Mateta, even though he plays against him. I still think Foden keeping him is good. A lot of people did take him out previously before his hat-trick, so he is definitely a good player to have, even though he may be rotated in between matches now in terms of playing other competitions. But yeah, I'll probably start Mateta. And keep
if you've not got a free hit though, I do like Luis Diaz does double in 34. Don't know who to captain. I'm still 50-50 on Palmer, but I think I'm going to lock in. I'm going to go Salah captain.
Yeah, in terms of captaincies, I knew it was going to be a headache between the midfield, which pick, so I've just gone wild with it and gone with a very excited one, Muniz.
Fair enough, man. Guys, make sure you are hitting that like button if you are enjoying the content. Make sure you are subscribed as well to the channel if you are watching for the first time. So hit that like button, hit that subscribe button as well. Start Dallo or Porro. Got to be Porro. Dallo's got Liverpool. Porro's got Nottingham Forest at home. So yeah, I think Porro.
But yeah, we do have the community draft.
Damn, that's been in the mud.
Was 34 points for Gameweek 31. Overall rank is 3.6 million, so not doing too well. And yeah, we've got no playing goalkeeper.
What's the team look like this week for that team?
So if we look to what the team condition is at the moment, this is what it looks like currently.
You've got no goalie. You've got Bradley. You've got Darwin. You've got to start those two.
Yeah, so let's
take out
Darwin
Barkley
in.
and a Dingra and even Trossard. Never plays. It's mad that we bought Darwin in under 10%. I don't want to see what Darwin's ownership is now. Let me have a look. Darwin's ownership is now 19%.
Yeah, doubled almost in that time frame. But yeah, it looks like we will have to make a goalkeeper transfer, I think.
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Goalkeeper.
Maybe a Raya. Double up on Arsenal backline. Raya should be under 10%. Elika is taking Doughty out for 8 Nuri. Worth it? I think so. Yes, Elika. I think it's worth it. Who are you captaining, guys? Drop it in the chat below. Are you on Salah? Are you on Palmer? Are you on Son? Are you on Haaland?
Or even a Muniz.
Oh yeah, Muniz. If anyone's got him, because obviously I don't know what his ownership is right now. Still quite low.
His ownership is 9.8, so he's just under differential still.
Yeah. Still a differential.
Yeah, just about. Goalkeeper.
I can't wait for Gaming 34. Also, KDB starts. For those that want info, KDB starts and John Stones starts. If you've got KDB, if you can get him into your team, could be decent. I mean, no Foden is mad. I mean, I'm not surprised, but
yeah, no Foden is very interesting. Tactics.
Yeah. That Champions League game is important. It's important.
Yeah, because they have Chelsea, don't they?
Yeah, I'll let you confirm that. You've got Raya in, or can you afford Raya?
I can afford him, but yeah, he's just 9%. So
Yeah, he's fine.
He's the only goalkeeper really that's worth going for.
I need doubles later. Karim, yeah. Saka and Iobi out for Palmer and Havertz. Yeah, I like those moves. Karim, good moves. I'd do that.
Yeah, Johnson out, Raya in for free transfer. That's confirmed for the community draft.
Brilliant. Who are you captaining? Alvarez, surely he does. You've got to start Darwin. You got to start Bradley because there's no chance Alvarez starts. There's no chance. I mean, Dallo probably. You want to bench Dallo, and then Dingra against Arsenal. Dingra looked really good against Liverpool. I like Dingra as a player. I think he's a very good player.
Yeah, it was dangerous in that game. Dingra. Yeah, in terms of captain. Darwin.
Or Iobi and Doughty for Palmer and Baldock. Now, I prefer the first one. It depends on your chip strategy again. If you've got a free hit, in 34, then taking Saka out is fine, I think. Because you'd probably want Saka for the double 34. Going back to my team, this is what my team currently looks like, guys. We've got Garnacho first bench in case Saka doesn't start. It is a 5:30 kickoff for Arsenal, isn't it, today?
Yes, it is. It's a late kickoff.
I'm just looking at what the last comments we had on Arteta yesterday was. This is what Arteta said on Saka. This was yesterday. We will know with our training session in a few hours. We will know whether he is fit or not. That's what he said.
That's I mean, he should do. Because who else is Arteta gonna play really? He's got Reece Nelson, but even in that position, I don't really like him playing there because it's just not got the I'll say the quality as much as Saka has, and they haven't really got any other replacement for Saka. That's the only problem for Arsenal. They need another player that can fill that gap, that can play in that position, but don't really have it.
They don't really have a direct replacement, but it'd probably be someone like Nelson or whoever. Yeah, guys, get your teams locked in. 10 minutes now before we end the deadline. Hold on, a few comments. Thinking of going cash to Nuri, no bench cover, no free hit, wildcarding 35. Then yeah, Nuri's decent. Haas have gone against Captain Son, joined in late. Yeah, I've gone against Son. It was I think Palmer, Salah are the better picks when I've like looked into it more, and I'm leaning towards Salah. I don't know, it could be either. I think Palmer's also a great pick. I've just gone Salah. I think it's a coin flip. George was going to ask for a second opinion on 8 Nuri or Udogi, but the team on the screen answers for me. Yeah, I think 8 Nuri is the one you have to start, guys. 8 Nuri is essentially playing like as a further forward right now, as like a left winger. So I do like him as an option. I'm just check this. Can I show you my team? Yeah, you could put it in the chat, Karim, if you like. Bought Haaland and I'm captaining him. Had to sacrifice Saka. Hopefully KDB to assist him. I do like
interesting.
I do like Haaland captain this week because no one's going there.
So does that mean then you took Saka out?
Yeah.
Oh, that's interesting. So Dan, you don't think Saka will play then, or you're just taking that little risk and not playing him and captaining Haaland for it?
I think if you're in my situation where you've got a free hit still, I don't hate taking out Saka. Because you look at Saka, he might not start today against Brighton, and if he does, it's still a trickier game. Gaming 33, you got Villa, which is a tough game, and then after that, if you've got a free hit, then you can just bring him back in on a free hit for 34. Then after that, 35 isn't great. Spurs away, Bournemouth, Man United. If Arsenal win the league from here, then that some of their fixture run, I don't think it's easy for them, especially with the Champions League game thrown in as well. But yeah, if you've got 8 Nuri, definitely play him. I've got one free transfer and can afford Foden. Should I prioritize Foden or go for 8 Nuri? Can you afford? Foden's not starting, Elika. Foden's benched. So I wouldn't be bringing in Foden. You'd rather bring in 8 Nuri because Foden's going to be on the bench if you haven't seen the news. Saka to Odegaard says, man. Yeah. I mean, if you've not got anything else to do, I don't hate it. But I'd just err on the side of keeping Saka. I just don't think there's any point. It depends on your chip strategy again with that. If you've got a chip, then bringing in Odegaard isn't bad. Jenny says, thanks for your thoughts. Have a great week. Yeah, have a great week too as well, Jenny. Not to worry. Karim, Kelleher, Areola, Doughty, Muniz, Saliba, 8 Nuri, Gusto, Salah, Awobi, Saka, Douglas Luiz, Foden, Saka, Solanke, Haaland, Tony. I'd be benching. Well, you got Muniz, Solanke, Haaland, Tony. How does that work? Oh, Munoz. Okay, sorry, the Palace defender. My bad. Yeah, you got to bench Foden because he's not playing. And I'd definitely look to take out Douglas Luiz for someone. Like a Palmer if you don't have him, or another midfielder, because play Doughty over Foden because he's bench and not having Palmer. Getting Palmer with -4 with the two options I told you. You want to bring Palmer in, I think. I mean, if you don't have Palmer right so far this season, I don't know what's there to say because you've missed out on a lot of points with not having Palmer.
Yeah, especially in the last 3 game weeks where he's had 3 double hauls. That alone, I think that's like 45 points missed out. So yeah, I'd make Palmer your priority transfer in for this week, especially against Sheffield United away, where he could probably get another double haul, especially if he gets another penalty.
Yeah. Play Van Dijk or Zabani this week. Got Neto in goal. I'd go Van Dijk, but I don't really see a clean sheet for Liverpool, but it's possible. But Zabani's got a decent fixture, hasn't he? He's got Luton, yeah. I mean, I see Luton scoring as well, so I'd play Van Dijk. Just a better player, better goal threat.
Yeah, because Luton again, there's a lot to play for them to stay out of relegation. So this will be an important game for them.
Yeah, and Luton do create chances. They get a lot of goals. You know, they don't lose games by a big margin. You know, no. Arsenal was their first game in like 18 where they hadn't scored. That was against Arsenal.
Yeah, and they don't give up either. They play to the very last minute without accepting defeat. And a lot of teams don't really have that mentality. So that's what I like about Luton, especially at home. Their home performances are always exciting to watch because there's always a lot of goals involved and they put up a really good fight at the home turf.
Oh, Alvarez starts. If Jenny's still in the chat, I knew he'd start. I had a feeling. So if you've got Alvarez, definitely keep him because he's going to be a great differential for those that have him. He can score. But yeah, okay. I'm not surprised with the Foden bench and Alvarez going to get a game. 8 Nuri or Brantford. Nuri leaves me with 0.0 million in the bank. Free hit 34, bench boost 37. I like 8 Nuri over Brantford just because of the attacking threat. But obviously Brantford's got a better clean sheet potential this week. But I take a look at 8 Nuri's fixtures. They're not too bad, you know. He's got Forest next week as well. And then a double. So I prefer 8 Nuri. 8 Nuri. Again, yeah, Abdullah.
8 Nuri. Regulon don't trust after what he did last time, got a red card.
Saka and Obi out and getting Havertz and Palmer. Douglas Luiz and Doughty for Palmer and Taylor. Don't know what that means. Yeah, get Havertz and Palmer. I think they're decent picks. Abbas, Areola to Neto or Pickford? Probably Pickford.
Yeah.
What's Pickford's fixtures like longer term? Until 35.
Until 35. Well, until 35, he has obviously Burnley this week, Chelsea 33, Nottingham Forest 34, which is double
and a double in 34. What about Bournemouth?
Bournemouth, they have obviously Luton away this week, and then Man United in 33, Aston Villa in 34, with Wolves away in 34 with the double.
Okay, so double as well.
Yeah,
that's a tough one. Probably Neto. If I had to pick, then who do you think? Who keeps more clean sheets?
Probably say Pickford out of those two over Neto.
Fair enough.
Because I think Everton have kept more clean sheets than.
Guys, there's a minute left. Got the Bravcars on starting keeper. Should I transfer out? Again, it depends on your chip strategy. So it's very hard to say until I know what your chips are. Because all your transfers should be dependent on your chip strategy now. Tempted by Son, captain last minute. Last match, sorry. Yeah, I was looking at Son. I think he might be a bit slept on, but go on Salah. I hope it pays off. Haaland early kickoff. Could be disappointing weekend in a few hours. Yeah, it's the early kickoff.
Yeah, early kickoff's always a funny match, but look at last week when West Ham and Newcastle played. That turned out to be one of the best early kickoffs that I've probably ever seen in a while. So yeah, it could either work one way or another for early ones.
Yeah.
Some teams prefer it.
And there you go, guys. That is the deadline. So hopefully you've locked your teams in. I'm just going to show you my team quickly. That is my final lock team. I've got Petrovic in goal. I've got a back three, Gusto, 8, Nuri, Gabriel. Midfield 4 of Palmer, Saka, Son, Salah Cap, Haaland, Isaac, Darwin. I've gone Palmer Vice. On the bench, I've gone Kelleher, Garnacho first bench, Udogi, and Van Heck. Same for you, Jordan. If you just read your team out again for those joining in.
So in goal, I'm playing Leno, back three of Doughty, Brantford, and Gabriel. Midfield 5 of Gordon, Salah, Palmer, Saka, and Son. And the front 2 forwards, Haaland with Muniz, who is the captain for me this week. And just on the bench, we have Semenyo in case of any upsets.
Okay, interesting. So make sure you guys do hit that like button, guys. If you've enjoyed the content, make sure you do hit that subscribe button as well. We are back again tomorrow, another stream. We'll probably be back 8 o'clock tomorrow. I want to say 8 o'clock. We will let you know anyway. But 8 o'clock for the knee-jerk stream, straight after Spurs Forest. There's weird kickoff times tomorrow. So Liverpool's game is a 3:30 kickoff. Normally it's the late one, but it's a 3:30. And then the late kickoff is Spurs and Forest at 6 p.m. So we'll probably go live straight after the Spurs game at 8 p.m. So make sure you do tune in. Make sure you're subscribed, guys, so you don't miss out any notifications. Ring that notification bell icon as well. That's it from us. Thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed it, hit that like. And yeah, we're gonna enjoy the weekend of football this week.
Yeah, it should be a very good, exciting one. Hopefully it's a nice one for most of you with a green arrow and a nice, healthy game week score. But yeah, until then, take care. Enjoy the weekend and the football. And we'll see you tomorrow to see how well we've obviously done and how well your teams have done as well.
Yeah, good luck you guys in the chat as well. And see you guys tomorrow. Take care and peace out.